Instagram just went ahead and revealed exactly how to grow using Instagram Reels, so let's take a look. Now, I actually recently posted a full tutorial on how to grow your Instagram with Reels, so it'll be interesting to see how accurate that was compared to what Instagram have directly told us just yesterday about how to grow with Instagram Reels. So on the account at creators, Instagram went ahead and posted this: Reels, tips for getting discovered in the Reels tab. Now in the description, they went ahead and added, we're making improvements to how we recommend Reels in places like the Reels tab to have the best shot at being discovered. Follow our latest best practices based on what we've learned so far. They then went ahead and listed 6 things that you should be doing to grow with Reels, as well as 4 things that you should not be doing and avoid at all costs if you want your content to be discovered in the Reels feature, I guess. So let's take a look at all 10 of those now and break them down so you can get the absolute best results. The first thing they said is do post a reel that is entertaining and fun, i.e. delights people, grabs their attention, makes them laugh, or has a fun surprise or twist. Which I've said many times on this channel, the key to content on social media is grab attention and then give them valuable content. And this value can vary from making them laugh, making them sad, teaching them something new, showing them how to do something, even just entertaining them with your music or looks even can be to some degree entertaining. This all varies from niche to niche and depends on what, like I say, niche you're in. Secondly, they say do post a reel that is inspiring, i.e. starts a trend that others can easily participate in. Pretty straightforward and useful tip. Make something fun that can turn into a challenge and many people can react to or duplicate or add to or try out themselves, and keep it entertaining and start that trend, which could potentially help you go viral. Third, they say use creative tools like text, filters, or camera effects. This again is something I talk about a lot. Not so much filters or camera effects specifically, although I would say that falls into the category that I keep promoting of make your content as engaging as possible. However, adding text is something I've talked about a lot and is going to really help you make your content appeal to 100% of the people on the platform, regardless of if they're listening with sound on or without sound on. Yeah, with or without the sound on, they will still be able to enjoy your content, because if they're listening without the sound, they can read the text and see the main points of the post. If they're listening with sound on, they can read the text and listen to what's going on, so it just makes it appealing to more people. Tip number 4 is to use vertical video. Horizontal videos are typically not as easy to recreate. Again, this makes sense. Making sure your videos fit the right size and dimensions for any social media platform is always going to help you do better and just marginally improve your content. It is going to look more native to the platform and perform better because of it. So make sure you get your sizing right. And this doesn't matter whether you're using Instagram Reels, IGTV, normal posts, posting YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Make sure that your content fits the right aspects and dimensions. Tip number 5 is to use music from the Instagram library and or original audio you create or find on Reels. Very simple. Again, something I mentioned in the video, adding trendy music or sounds to your Reels will help make them more engaging, bump up that watch time, and therefore get pushed to more people. Lastly, tip number 6 is to experiment with Reels. Try something new, be yourself, and see what works for you, which is a great tip that I don't think enough people go ahead and use, and hopefully after seeing this post and this video, you're going to do more of it yourself. Try different content styles, jump on trends, try talking about different subjects, edit it in a slightly different way. Go about testing all of these things out and then look at what's working really well and double down and do more of that. All pretty solid tips, all of which I think I've pretty much covered on the channel previously. So I think there won't be a lot of new stuff, but it is good to get clarification on those 6 things that you should definitely keep in mind when you're creating Reels if you want to get the absolute best results. But now let's take a look at the 4 things you want to avoid doing at all costs to maximize your reach. And this is where some new things are going to come into play that I haven't really talked about so much on the channel before. Firstly, don't post blurry videos. Straightforward and should go without saying. Make your content as high quality as possible. If you can improve the visual and audio of your content, it is going to perform better. It's as simple as that. Whether that means that you have to buy a ring light to make nicer videos, or a softbox like what I've got here, or maybe get a microphone or a camera, or even as simple as just making sure you have good natural lighting and record from your phone from the better camera that you have. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. Even like I just say, natural lighting, use your phone. You can create a good piece of content as long as you put in the effort to do so. This is also why reposted content may not do as well as original content, because often it is slightly lower quality and Instagram know it's reposted. Secondly, on that note, don't post content that is visibly recycled from other apps, i.e. contains logos or watermarks, which pretty much means don't post TikToks on Instagram, which makes sense. Content doesn't look as good, and it's definitely not beneficial to Instagram if a lot of the content has a big TikTok watermark. It's free advertising for the competitors and means people can basically just go back to TikTok and get the content, so there's no need to use Instagram. So it makes sense. They want people to create content for Instagram Reels rather than just reposting TikToks. Now, I'm sure someone in the comment section will point out that there are a lot of Reels out there that have gone viral and got a lot of views that do already have the TikTok watermark in them. Now, I just want to point out that it's still going to be possible to go viral and get a lot of views whilst breaking some of these guidelines. But the chances of you getting these views and the total amount of views you get in general will be decreased if you are hitting some of these negative things that they are telling you not to do. A blurry video with a TikTok watermark that is really engaging is going to outperform a beautifully lit, nicely recorded reel that has no TikTok watermark but is just boring and plain and no one's interested in. However, if you were to compare two side by side, we've got the exact same video, but on one of them you make it really blurry and you add a TikTok watermark, it is not going to do as well as the one that is without it. So I'm not saying, and Instagram are not saying in this post, that videos with TikTok watermarks will get no views, but they are saying that they probably will get less views, and that does make sense. Now, third tip. Don't post a reel that is uploaded with a border around it. I guess this is just another limitation they're putting in place to try and get people to create content inside of the app, as I don't believe you can add borders inside of the app, and adding a border might make it lower quality or lower resolution, so sort of along the same line as the last couple. Lastly, don't post reels with the majority of the image covered by text. Once again, very straightforward. If the whole image is covered by text, it's not going to be as engaging as if they can see the person or the subject of the video or the reel, and then there's a little bit of text added to it. So if you are adding text, make sure that you do it in a responsible, good looking manner. So there's a little bit of text to display what the reel's about, but it's not all over the screen so that it's taking away from the reel. One interesting thing that they've added to the end of this slide about what not to do on Instagram is this. These types of reels won't be recommended as often to people who don't yet follow you in places like Reels tab, but they will be shown the way they always have been to your followers. For example, on your profile or in your feed, as long as they meet our community guidelines. So you can post low quality reels or reels that breach these 4 rules, and they will still be pushed to your followers and your audience, which is interesting to see, but they won't be shown to new people. So if you're trying to grow your Instagram, you obviously have to get put in front of new people. And so by doing these 4 things they're saying to avoid, you will not get put in front of new people, so make sure you avoid them at all costs. In general, all of these 10 guidelines boil down to the same one thing. Do as many things as you can to increase the watch time whilst avoiding anything that will decrease it. The specifics of that may slightly change over time, new strategies will pop up, new trends will come along, new styles of content may work better now or in 6 months or in a year's time than others, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to that. Now, they finished this post in the caption with, "As we continue to improve, we'll keep sharing best practices." And whenever those best practices are shared, you can be sure that I'm going to make a video and get it out to you as soon as possible, going over what those best practices are, as well as adding my own 2 cents based on my experiences and knowledge in the Instagram community, as well as through a ton of testing and looking at what is working for you guys in the comment section. So if you want to stay up to date with all those videos, as well as a whole ton of other Instagram news, tips, tricks, strategies, case studies, etc., make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more of that a couple times every single week. So that's basically it for this video. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all next time.